Alright, what's up everybody, we're back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, I'm going to be recapping last night's games in the NBA. Only 4 games, but some solid games. Not the best combination of games, but still some solid games, performances. I'm going to talk about all that today. If you missed any other recaps, you can go back and watch those on the channel. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. Really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications to also like that. I really appreciate it. We have a lot of links to other stuff, TikTok, Twitter, stuff like that in the description below. And yeah, don't want to say any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So we'll start with the first game of the day. We got the Bucks and the Magic. The Magic win this game 112-97. They have a big second quarter, outscoring Milwaukee 36-24, and keep it on them from there. Both teams now go to 5-4. Team stats: Milwaukee shot 49% of the field. The Magic shot 43% of the field. The free throw difference: Magic were 30 for 35, Bucks were 12 for 25. They also forced 19 Milwaukee turnovers as well. And rebounded Milwaukee 43-36 and had 15 offensive boards. For Orlando, Paolo Banchero 26, 12, and 5 on 10 for 22 shooting. He was great in this game, especially late in this game to kind of seal it. Doing everything: rebounding, passing, scoring. It was a good game from him. Franz Wagner 24 and 6, shot 8 for 16. He finally had a good or solid shooting night. And Jalen Suggs 20 as well. Jalen Suggs really come on the scene this year. Jalen Suggs been pretty good. He shooting threes. Defensively, he's always been there. But yeah, just looking a lot more confident on the offensive end, and the hustle, man. You can't knock the hustle of Jalen Suggs. And Mo Wagner 19 off the bench as well. And then John Otzi at 10 points. Good win from Orlando, 5-4. They've had some good wins. They beat the Lakers, they beat the Bucks. They've had some pretty good wins so far this year. I was high on the Magic coming into the season, and so far they're looking good, man. I really like watching this team play. And for the Bucks, Giannis without Damian Lillard again in this one with calf injury. Giannis had 35, 10, and 7, 4 steals, shot 15 for 22, 14 for Cameron Payne, 13 for Bobby Portis on the bench, and Middleton had 10 points and 7 assists. But yeah, the Bucks fall to 5-4. You can definitely tell this Bucks team he has some questions early on in the season. We're only 9 games in, obviously, but some questions about the Bucks. They don't really look like the contenders and amazing team that we thought they were going to look like so far. And to be honest, a lot of those questions and stuff, I blame it on, I won't worry about too much, because some of it is about, I think, gelling, Like, again, we gotta remember, Damian Lillard got traded to Milwaukee, a few days before training camp started. So, it's really only been, he's been there for, a month, maybe? A little bit more than a month. So, I blame a little bit of it on, still trying to figure out where Dame fits in, where Giannis fits in. Sometimes they don't really look like they're together on the same page yet. They still look like sometimes they don't realize, oh, I have Giannis, or oh, I have Dame on the team. They're kind of still figuring that out. Also, Chris Middleton as well. He's a big third piece. He did have off-season knee surgery. You can definitely tell right now he's still trying to work his way back into shape and work his way back into being who Chris Middleton is. So probably by the All-Star break or a little bit before or there down the line, he'll look a lot better. And he's not playing a lot of minutes right now as well. So he's playing about 20-ish minutes a game. So once he gets to 25, 30 minutes per game, it starts to look a lot more comfortable. That's going to be a big help. The bench is very sporadic at times, Jay Crowder, Pat Connaughton had their moments. Bobby Portis had their moments here and there. Cameron Payne has his minutes here and there. I'm not really worried about the offense with this team, because with the power they have on offense, they're going to figure it out. It's really more about the defense I would be concerned. Milwaukee is usually a top defense, or a really good defense at the least. And so far this year, they have been one of the worst defenses in the league, And that, of course, a lot of kind of is personnel based. You go from Drew Holiday and Grayson Allen in the backcourt to Dame and Malik Beasley. That's a drop off defensively. Absolutely. Interior, they're going to be fine. Brook Lopez, one of the best shot blockers in the league. Giannis, of course, in there. But we have the perimeter. Again, Chris Middleton coming back from off-season knee surgery, still isn't moving the same. Still trying to figure out his way. Malik Beasley, we saw the clip against Tyrese Halliburton, so we know he's about. Dame, not the best defender as well. So, yeah, they do have some players off the bench like Jay Crowder, Pat Connaughton, even the rookie like Andre Jackson, Marjon Beauchamp that have length, that come in and play. but it's just like you don't want them on the perimeter guarding the guards all the time, because we're going to hide Dame and Lubies, they're forwards, you know? Like, unless you're playing against like PJ Tucker or something, I don't know where you're going to hide them. So yeah, the defense is what I'd be concerned about. And hopefully Adrian Griffin, a first-year head coach as well, which is a thing for this contending Bucks team. But hopefully they can figure something out. And again, I think a lot of it is based on gelling. They still got to kind of play together more and figure out each other's tendencies more. So I feel like once we get halfway through the year and stuff in January, February, that's when Milwaukee will start to hit their stride offensively, at least. You know, so I won't be super worried about the Bucks right now. Just give it some time. Next are the Raptors and Celtics. Celtics win this game 117-94. Wasn't really too much of a contest. The Celtics just kept working them. The Raptors just didn't really have an answer. Boston goes to 7-2. The Raptors fall to 4-5. Team stats: Boston shot 55% from the field. Raptors shot just 38% from the field. For Boston, Jaylen Brown 29 points, 5 rebounds, shot 12 over 20, back-to-back really good games from Jaylen Brown. After being a little past the first few games of the season, trying to figure out where he gets his in, he's been taking over and playing really good. Tatum 27-5-4 as well. Porzingis at 21-7 after having not a great last game. And the same Hauser, 12 points, 4 threes off the bench. He's been knocking it down as of recently. And yeah, it's just a good win for the Bucks. You know, defensively they're really locked in. The Raptors didn't really have an answer for anything. And then offensively, of course, when they hit their threes and the Jays are playing good, they're most likely going to win games. For Toronto, Pascal 17-7, shot 6 for 17, 0 for 4 from 3. The Raptors, the team, did not shoot well from the field at all. Just the space, it just looked bad for Toronto. Boston just kind of knew, they can't shoot 3, so we'll just let them. You know, and the Raptors weren't making them. Schroeder at 14, 4 assists. 12 for Jakob Poeltl, 12 for Malachi Flynn off the bench, and then Scotty 10-5-4, shot just 4 for 15, 2 for 9 from 3. Yeah, not a great game from Toronto. Boston really just came out and did what they had to do. Honestly, I don't really have much more to say about it. Next are the Hawks and the Heat. The Heat win this game 117-109. They outscored Atlanta 41-24 in the first quarter and kind of ride that through. Atlanta did make it a comeback, but the Heat, put them away. Team stats: Heat shoot 49% from the field. The Hawks shoot 44%. The Heat forced 21 Atlanta turnovers as well. For Miami, Bam, 26-17-4, 2 steals, 2 blocks, shot 9 for 12. He's been really good this year, Bam Adebayo. A lot more aggressive. Defensively, you know he's going to do, but offensively, he's been a lot more aggressive, shooting the ball, getting to the free throw line a lot more, rebounding the ball. He's just been super good. And this game without Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero, of course, had the ankle injury the other day. He'll be out for a few weeks, and Jimmy Butler had a personal issue. He did not play in this game, so Bam leading them was great. Then Jaime Jaquez, their first round pick out of UCLA this year, 20 points in the start, shot 8 for 17, 2 for 7 for 3. He looked really good, man. Getting down low in the post where he's working. Again, there in the mid-range, hit a couple threes, had an ankle breaker on Bogdanovich as well. He looked really comfortable out there. And yeah, he's a really good get for Miami. Just fits the team perfectly already. Kyle Lowry got 17, he had 4 threes. 16 for Josh Richardson off the bench. And then Hayward Highsmith and Duncan Robinson each had 11 points, even though they both did not shoot well from the field. Duncan Robinson was 1 for 10 from 3, which is very rare that you're going to see that happen. But Miami still gets the win. For Atlanta, Trae Young, 27 and 11 assists, shot 7 for 19. He was 10 for 11 from the free throw line. 23-5-5 with 3 steals for DeJounte Murray. Bogdanovich off the bench, 15 points, shot 5 for 12 from 3. And then DeAndre Hunter, 10 points, 4 for 11 shooting. Besides Trae and DeJounte didn't really get much help. Bogdanovich had a solid game, but after that, didn't really get help. Hunter was 0 for 4 from 3. Jalen Johnson didn't really do much. Their bench, Bogdanovich hit shots, but he took a lot of shots as well. Sidney Bay, Conley didn't really impact the game. And yeah, just a tough loss for Atlanta. Both teams go to 5-4 now. And Miami's on their way back, man. Miami's on their way back after having a 3-game losing streak. They're on a 4-game win streak now. And yeah, they're finding their rhythm. Bam is playing amazing. Their role players are starting to get better. And good win. And the final game we had was Cavs and Warriors. The Cavs won this game 118-110. They outscored Golden State 38-21 in the second. Even though the Warriors did make it a comeback, outscoring Cleveland 31-16 in the third. The Cavs put this game away. Cavs now go to 4-5. Warriors fall to 6-4. Team stats: Cavs shot 43% from the field. Warriors shot 41% from the field. The Cavs were 33 for 43 from the free throw line. The Warriors were 23 for 30. The Cavs also forced 20 Golden State turnovers. For Cleveland, they had 6 players in double figures. Karis LeVert was their leading scorer, 22 points and 4 steals off the bench, shot 8 for 18. I really like what Karis LeVert's been this year. Last year, I wasn't the biggest fan of Karis LeVert in Cleveland. I felt like it was what we thought he was going to be, and what he actually was a little different. But But this year has been good. He's brought a lot more energy. He's being a lot more efficient on his shots. Defensively, he's a lot more bought in, it looks like. Yeah, and especially with the injuries that the Cavs have had so far throughout the first few games of the year, how banged up they've been, he's been a big spark of energy. And even with the starting lineup, the full team there, he's been coming off the bench, and he's been, like playing really good and bringing the shot making and stuff that they need. So that's big. Donovan, 21, 7, and 5. Even though he didn't have a great shooting game, 7 for 22, he still made the big shots when it mattered. Garland had 19, 6, and 4 with 5 steals. 19 and 5 for Evan Mobley. Max Strus at 16, 8, and 4, and Jared Allen at 12, 5, and 4. Full healthy Cavs team, I think is 2 and 2 right now with their full team there. Full starting lineup at least, as Okoro has been out the last few games. But like full healthy, the Cavs, are a different team, obviously. We got Evan Mobley back and Jared Allen down low defending and rebounding and stuff. Donovan and Darius hitting their shots. Darius is a lot better in this game. When Max Strus and Karis LeVert, when they hit their shots, though, they're going to be a tough team to beat. When Max Strus and Karis LeVert are impacting the game and hitting shots, of course, the top 4 is good, and Darius, Donovan, Jared, and Mobley. But when they have that X factor of like Max Strus hits 4 threes or Karis LeVert has 19 or 20 off the bench, it's like, dang, like that's a team tough to beat. All they need to do is get healthy, and they're healthy now, and they're playing a lot better. Golden State, Steph had 30, 9 for 24, shooting 4, 14 for 3. The Warriors just haven't really gotten any help. It's crazy to think there's a stat that Steph Curry, so far, they have played 10 games, and Steph Curry is the only player that has had 20 or more points in a game for Golden State. 10 games in, Steph Curry is the only player that has scored 20 or more points in a game. Clay, I think, has a season high is 19. Wiggins is like 18. Like, it's crazy. Clay again, 14 points, shot 5 for 16 from the field. Wiggins had 13. Kuminga had 12 off the bench. He did get to the free throw line a lot. Chris Paul had 9 and 9 assists off the bench. Draymond was having a good game until he got ejected. He played only 18 minutes at 8 points. Kevon Looney had 13 rebounds. But, yeah, the Warriors just need help. They need Clay and Wiggins. They need those guys to start knocking out shots. The bench has actually been solid this year. Even though they're not scoring a whole lot of points, they look a lot better. It's just really, they need Clay and Wiggins to wake up. Clay, of course, is getting older. He's not really shooting the ball the best right now. But the good thing about Clay is all he really needs is one game, I feel like. Clay's one of those guys, obviously, he's one of the greatest shooters of all time. Really, he just needs one game where he knocks down like 6 or 7 threes, and I think that's what gets him going. Wiggins has not really looked the same since coming back after last year. Of course, he had the personal issues. He missed a lot of time last season. He's come back and he has some moments, but so far this year, he hasn't really done much. He hasn't really been the same Andrew Wiggins that helped him win a championship 2 years ago. I don't know what that is. He just doesn't really look as aggressive or look the same. And maybe that's working his way back into shape, working his way back into the flow of the offense or whatever. But the Warriors need Clay and Wiggins to really show. Because Draymond's actually been good. Draymond's been, offensively, has actually provided a lot of stuff. He's hitting the 3-ball and stuff. The bench, Chris Paul's got them working. It's really, if Clay and Wiggins can wake up and start playing like how they used to be playing, this Warriors team gets a whole lot better. But yeah, it's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you like the content, consider subscribing, turn notifications to all stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.